Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Sean Sewell has written a book. Sean Sewell has not just written a book. Sean Sewell has written a book about her journey and her triumph and her resilience and her success. And perhaps Sean Sewell has written a book that will make a difference to one of you watching this morning. Sean Sewell joins me now. Good morning to you, Miss Sewell.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Greetings from Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Hi
Oh,
there, Pearson. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
I am doing pretty well. Thank you so much for asking. By God's grace,
Amen.
it's early here in Saskatchewan,
Hmm.
so it's like 4:20 right now.
What?
So this is not
Well,
my normal
thank you for waking up
hours.
early to do so, to do this with us. I
That's
want to take you
okay.
back for to just a moment. 2007, you felt a lump
Right.
in your neck. You could have
Mhm.
simply done what we Caribbean people do because you were born in Jamaica, which is to apply some topical
Yes.
cream and it will go away and be happy with
Yes.
that. But your mind was unsettled enough that you wanted to know more about what's going on and you went to the doctor. And now the story
Yes.
begins. What happened?
Mhm. So it felt weird. Pretty much as I've always said, it felt like a golf ball. And I'm like, this doesn't feel normal. So I reached out to my doctor and I said to him, Dr. Williams, something is going on and I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't feel right. So we did some test and he found out that it was a goiter. So I had to remove it and they removed the entire thyroid gland. And so that was the surgery. We had to remove the entire thyroid gland. So right now I am on levothyroxine for life. So that's a hormone imbalance medication.
And so, hearing the news in 2007, a young woman like you having her thyroid
42.
removed, dealing with this, and what did you see about your mortality at that point?
Oh my God. When I just found out, I actually I saw my funeral flash right across my face.
Mm,
My daughter was about 6 at the time, and I was shocked. I was like, cancer, me, so young, you
mm.
know? I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. And I was like, oh my God, if I should die now, what would happen to JD? Who will take care of her from? I mean, I know my mom is there, but
Yeah.
all these questions came to mind, and it was really a horrible time for me.
Hmm.
But what helped was getting information about how to deal with it because I just thought because I had cancer I was going to die.
Yes, yes.
Then getting the information to know that I can live through this made a difference.
I'm trying to understand here now. You're in the doctor's office. It's been confirmed to be cancer. You're battling all of these thoughts in your head. And oftentimes, I could well imagine one retreats into oneself. You don't want to talk to anyone or tell anyone yet about it. Did you go through that? And at what point did you emerge from that to tell someone about your diagnosis?
Um, you're partially right. Initially, I never wanted to share the information, but I couldn't deal with this alone. I had so much good support around me, family, friends. I I knew at some point I needed to share,
Hmm.
and I did.
And what was the response? What was the reaction?
Oh my goodness, there were persons, even my aunt, she was crying, and some persons were, I mean, just as shocked as I
Hmm.
was. But I had to tell them that look, this is a time where I don't want it to be sad or crying. I kind of need to pull strength from you, right?
Hmm.
So the sad face and the pity party really wasn't gonna work.
Is that your personality overall, or is that a personality trait that you discovered as a consequence of the diagnosis?
I've always been a bubbly person.
Hmm.
If I'm sad, you will know because I'm always laughing. So I wanted positivity,
Yes.
especially given that I learned that I will survive after the treatment. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
dying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's generally me in a nutshell.
So you were able then to refocus. Knowing,
Yes,
because of knowledge, you were empowered to be able to refocus and move
exactly.
on with your life and thank your creator, because you're a faith believer, and so thank your creator
I
for
am.
sustaining you. But
Exactly.
then in 2015,
Mhm.
what happened?
Oh my God.
This is eight
That one
years
was
later.
heavy. A seven? Well, 22. Yeah, 7, 8 years later. But that was a heavy one, because after dealing with thyroid cancer, I thought then, boy, this was it. But then when I heard the word cancer again, oh my God, that hit differently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I fought this already. I won that one. Again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That was really heavy. That was really heavy. But again, I really had to lean on my people, and my support was amazing, from family to friends to work colleagues to even customers. They were there for me, and that made a lot of difference.
What kinds of lifestyle changes have you had to make over the time?
Hmm. Well, I I tried to diet a little bit differently. Um, I think to me I was overweight at the time, and I was probably consuming some things that I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I tried a little exercise, and my faith grew stronger. I was a believer, but I wasn't baptized. So afterwards, I was baptized in 2020, and that was really a magical year for me. A lot of things just kept falling in place for me that year.
Mm. And so you took your whole experience and you've poured it into a book. You thought, let me
Mhm.
just be cathartic here. I'll just tell it to the whole world. How how was that process for you?
All right, so I need to make a correction. So I went through thyroid cancer, breast cancer, and now I'm on battle number 3.
Mm.
So the book really is based on the first 2 battles. So that's the thyroid cancer
Mm-hmm. And the
and
rest.
breast cancer. I really want to share my journey, and I want to be a channel of hope, a ray of hope to someone fighting, or someone who knows someone who is going through that same battle. It's by no means easy, and persons will look at me and say, oh my God, you're so positive. I'm not always positive. I'm human. There are times when I cry, but I always try to see the positive into whatever it is that is negative, right? Cancer is not a death sentence, and people need to understand that. We need to remove the stigma that's attached to cancer, right? It's not a death sentence. Knowledge is power. Get the information, be in the know, and find out how it is that you can get treated. I don't believe in rolling over and playing dead once you hear the word. I know that it's not easy, and it's by no means a walk in the park, but you gotta have faith. You gotta keep hope alive, and that is what I'm trying to do. I'm spreading the awareness, and just trying to let people know that, look here, you can make it. Just be positive. Take it one day at a time. You can make it.
The book is called Twice Battled, Twice Victorious. And then you told me there
Yes.
is a number three. How
Yes.
I'm trying to understand, do you ask yourself, why me?
The first time I did, but then I am reminded that sickness and diseases and afflictions, these are not of God. So it's not a case that God did this to me, right? So instead of asking, why me? Why not me?
Hmm. Yeah, why not? That's easier
Why
said.
not me?
I can do that. I could change my mindset by doing so, yes, but at the same time you go to sleep with this information, you wake up with the same information, your body tells you it lives with this information, and you're asking yourself, why not me?
Yes, because I do believe that God is with me during the entire journey, and He healed me already, and He will do it again. That is how strong my faith is.
We wake up at times and we feel a little bit of a pinch and we wonder, why me? And we ask ourselves, how do I survive this little thing? And we want to give up at times because we don't see the light. But Sean Sewell is having her third battle with cancer. In her third battle with cancer, two she's been victorious about. It's the third one. I cannot begin to imagine what that does to the psyche. But she reminds us that she can do all things through Christ who strengthens her. That is her mantra as it goes forward. And so we continue our conversation with her now from there in Canada, where it's not even 5 o'clock yet in the morning. Good to have you again, Sean. Thank you for staying with us. See, it's not even 5 yet. And so, Sean, I think for a lot of our viewers and us in the studio here, it is still unbelievable that you are, third time around, and you're smiling.
Yes.
You don't feel that you've done something wrong. How is that, again, how is that possible?
Um, I mean, oh my goodness. My eyes, part of the effects of the treatment. It gives me runny eyes. So I'm not crying, guys. I promise.
It's okay to
But
cry.
yes, I do that sometimes because
Yes.
it's a way of helping you to heal. But whenever I cry, I never ever cry for long. You know, I might be down for a moment, but I pick myself right up and I'm like, come on, Sean, you got this. God is with you. Keep moving, right? So that's really how I get on. I know it's not easy, and as I said before, it's not a walk in the park. Persons will always see me smiling and they're like, "Are you sure something is wrong?" And I'm like, "Trust me, I know I see the scars. I wake up, I see the scars every morning. But these scars are a sign of victory. And instead of frowning at them, I just thank God because there are so many persons that started the battle. I was fighting with a friend of mine, and she passed away in 2016, I believe. Or was it 2017? I think 2016. She passed away, right? So I'm still here, and I think that my life being spared is for a purpose, and I just want to just give someone hope. If there is one person that I can uplift or inspire, then my job would really, the job would have been done. And that is my aim, to just inspire persons. Because, as I said, I really want to remove the stigma surrounding cancer and the fear. Don't for 1 minute think that I wasn't fearful. I was, but then I learned to lean on God, and I prayed about it, and I have a good support system.
That is really good to hear. But it's 18 years since your first diagnosis. 18 years.
Yes.
And over those 18 years, you've had literally 3 trials. You're in your third trial. What do your medical team say to you about trial number 3 and what that means when you begin to stack it all up and its impact on the body?
Oh, I tell you, it was just so weird. Because I thought, because I had, so for breast cancer, I had what is called a skin sparing mastectomy. So I removed the boob. So it's just there. Nothing. It's just there. It's just there. It's not functional. I feel more pain from it than anything else. Um, when they told me it was a spread of breast cancer to the bones, I was like, say what? Spread? Did I not get rid of this already? You guys removed all the tissue from the breast, so why is there a spread? That that one hit me like a bolt from the blue. I wasn't expecting that. I was in remission for another 7 years, and I thought everything was well. Then when that hit, oh my God, it was devastating to say the least, because I just couldn't believe that I am going through this one more time. you know.
Yeah.
Um, I asked the oncologist, and when I sat in the office, first of all, she sent me to do the blood, sorry, the bone scan,
Hmm.
and I was like, why do I need a bone scan? This is weird. So I read up on it, and I'm like, okay, fine. I went and I did it
Yes.
in the office. On the day when I went for the result from her and to meet with her, she said, "Do you know why you're here?" So I said, "I'm not sure. I figure you're about to tell me." And then she asked me, "Do you have your support group with you?"
Mm.
I'm like, "I came on the shuttle bus. What support group are you referring to?"
Yes.
Because most times I went for treatments alone.
Yes.
So I'm used to that. I'm okay with that. And when she gave me the information, oh my God, I cried for a little bit. And then I said to her, "Am I dying?"
Hmm.
And she said, "No." And I wiped my tears. I was
Okay.
like, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes, there's treatment and whatnot. However, long term, but there is treatment."
Hmm.
And my faith was renewed right then and there. And I said, "Lord, thank you." I shouted out, "Thank you, Jesus." And I'm like, she's thinking, it is crazy. But my faith was renewed there. And then I said, "Lord, thank you for one more chance. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I've been on treatment for the last 2.5 years, about
Hmm. Hmm.
thereabouts. And it is oral chemotherapy. It is really, really harsh. I don't know if you can see my
Yes, I
hands.
do. Yes. Hmm.
Right. So that's one of the side effects. My
Hmm.
face is also dark, if you notice the
Yes.
difference between my neck and my face.
Hmm.
My feet are the same, but the treatment seems to be working. And I'm just thankful to God for life. Every day I I take on life in a new way. Where you normally put away stuff for special occasions. I no
Hmm.
longer do that.
Mm.
I wear my new clothes even in the house, even if I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
I try to, each day is a gift. And that is so important for persons to understand. Celebrate the small wins. It doesn't matter what it is, celebrate it. And that is how I have been living.
That is so positive. And so the book is as positive as. And so you
It
partnered with
is.
a Barbadian to help you write your memoir, basically. How
Yes,
was that?
I
How
did,
did you
Susan.
discover each other?
So I was having writer's block. I tried
Hmm.
writing the book on my own, and I was getting nowhere, and I got frustrated. And one day, just like a casual conversation I was having with a friend, she's also in Barbados, and I said to her, "I want to get my book out." She's also one of the persons who have been encouraging me to get my story out there. And I said to her, "I don't understand what is happening to me. I know exactly what happened and how I want to say it, but for some reason, I am just not getting to do this." And she said, "Don't worry. I'm going to get you someone who can help." And she put me on to Suzanne Durant. Oh my God, Suzanne is awesome.
Mm.
She helped me to chronicle my story just the way I wanted to, right? And
Hmm.
she's been amazing. She's my peer person. She is helping me to promote my book. She's just everything to me, and I just thank God for destiny helpers like herself, and also to my friend for putting me on to her, because they have allowed me to get my story out there in a different way.
Yes.
And this is also something that I've always wanted to do. So it's a dream come true for me, and I'm so
Wow.
grateful.
And it's so interesting that look at what caused you to help your dream come true. The fact that you're battling with cancer third time around. And so, as someone who continues still to live with the treatments that you have to live with, but you're still volunteering within your community, you're still cooking and
Oh yes.
baking and doing all the regular things. Is there anything
Because
that,
that's just me.
yeah, is there anything you've given up?
But I'm no longer partying. I'm baptized. I'm no
Hmm.
longer partying. I don't really eat chicken as much because of the hormones that's normally found in chicken. But now and again, I may have a small piece. But I do mainly fish.
Hmm.
I try to go to the gym. Um, I'm not very rigid with my
Right.
diet because my doctor always say you do need all food groups, just the nutrients from all food
Yes.
groups. So,
Yes.
but I try to eliminate certain things. They'll tell you, oh my God, when you have cancer, everybody's now a doctor. So they're telling you, oh, don't eat this, don't do, and I'm like, oh God, I am so overwhelmed with all of this. But I really try to minimize, what I eat, and in stuff that I think that will trigger the cancer
Yes.
cells, like sugars and so forth. I mean, I do have a sweet tooth and I bake a lot,
Hmm.
but most times when I bake, I give them away.
Wow.
I like to share, and as you mentioned earlier, I do volunteer in my community, and I find it to be really peaceful. I look forward to it every single week.
Hmm.
I love sharing stuff with others, so I'll take it, or banana bread or whatever it is that I bake. I'll take it for church, or I share it with other persons. But that's just me.
It's still busy as a bee. And the book is therefore called Twice Battled, Twice Victorious. And it's available
Mhm.
in soft copy, as in online, and also
Yes,
available in hard
right.
copy. And look the
Yes, on
spelling of her name,
Amazon.
ladies and gentlemen. Look the spelling of her name. Watch it very carefully. Though I pronounce it Sean, look at how it's
It
spelt.
is Sean.
Yeah, I just want
Yes,
people to
it's
know how
an
it's
E for
spelt. And so
it.
that's where you can find her. You see that beautiful smile? That's her. And so you can read her book, Twice Battled, Twice Victorious. And even in her third battle, there's still a lot we can glean from the book indeed. And so it's available on Amazon, easily available on Amazon. And while you read, don't just read because you want to hear Sean's story all over again. But
Yes.
Sean's story is one of resilience. We all meet challenges at varying times in our lives. And sometimes we're looking for some little something that helps us reach to hold on to. Sean's story can help that. Your battle might not be cancer, your battle might be relationships. Sean's story can help. It's called Twice Battled, Twice Victorious. And so there's a victor in each
Harrison,
of you. Yes, please.
could I add that I also have a YouTube channel?
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so it's called Braving It with Sean. You probably can't see my T-shirt, but
There it
that's
is now,
that's what it says.
yes.
Braving It with Sean,
Braving it with
right?
Sean. Yes.
Right, that's the name of it. So for persons who want to get some more details on my story, I am on YouTube at Braving It with Sean, and also on my website. Oh wow, hi. I see that lifting you up. Oh, thank you so much. You're truly an inspiration. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. My website is www.tbtvsean.com. So it's TBTV for Twice Battle, Twice Victorious dot
Yes.
com. So persons can feel free to check it out. And if you need to send me an email, it is sean.sewell at yahoo.com. I'll be happy to hear from you, and I'll be happy to share my story over and over and over and over
Read,
again.
read, read. Put it back up again. Put it back up. I want to hear Sean read this other comment. Sean, go ahead.
Yes, you are doing all. Oh, yes, I am. To Christ who's threatening you, Sean, keep smiling. Yes, I will.
And
Thank
so
you so much.
our viewers are sending positive support to you, Sean, indeed. And
I
we want
love
them
it.
now.
I love it. I love it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
And so
much.
we
And I
want them
do
to
have
read the
some
book.
friends. Thank you. I do have some friends there in Barbados.
Hmm.
I used to work with CIBC First Caribbean, so
Hmm.
all my Asian friends are there. I don't know if anyone is viewing today, but I miss you guys so much. And thank you so much for your support. I remember going through my battle. My colleagues in Barbados, they were also instrumental in getting me the help that I need
Hmm.
financially
Hmm.
for my treatment and so forth. So I'm really thankful, and my heart is filled with gratitude.
That's good to hear. Sean Sewell, thank you so much for joining us this morning from Canada. We wish you every blessing. But then again, you know where your blessings come from, who they come from indeed. And
Amen.
so because of that, you are a victor indeed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Amen. Thank you so much, Pearson, for having me. It's been a
You,
pleasure. Have
you're
a
very
good day.
welcome indeed.
Take
Likewise to
care.
you.
Bye.
Sean
Thank
Sewell, the book is called Twice Battled, Twice Victorious. It's available on Amazon. There it is. That's what you will see. That's what you will buy. And in it, turn the pages, read the story, also read about yourself, because you will see your own challenges. You will see your own resilience. You will see the opportunities as a consequence of your faith. And so Sean redirects us to our faith.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning.